Okay, so it's been a while since I've shared any progress on this crochet faded sweater with you, and that is because number one, I hadn't picked it up. And do I remember dates? No. I know that today it's the sometime in November, after the 5th of November. That's all I know right now. But yeah, faded crochet sweater. So this is where I am in the main body. I am actually ready to start my reverse raglan. I've had some interest on all the yarns that I'm using here. They're all from different yarn dyers, except these two. These two are from Burrow and Soar when she first started dyeing. There are no names for these colorways. I do know that this one's a merino blend and this one's Blueface Luster. This one is from a yarn dyer that no longer dyes. I do not remember her name. Oh my god, Emma Noel. I think her name was Emma Noel. And this one that I'm transitioning into now, I believe I do have the ball band, and I'm just trying to show you the colors. Geez, here. So it's got blends of green, some bright lime greens, some bright yellows, some lovely aquas and turquoises in there. And this one is fully spun postscript. It's the postscript sport base. The colorway is Lagoon, 100% superwash merino, 329 yards in 100 grams. So it's a true sport weight yarn. Because sometimes you'll see yarn classified as sport weight, but it has 220 yards, and to me that is a DK weight. So yeah, this is a true sport weight yarn. Lovely. That's what I'm working with, and I've already finished one sleeve to the point where I'm going to attach it to the reverse raglan, because in a reverse raglan construction you start your sweater bottom up, and then you attach your sleeves and you start working your decreases. So instead of increasing for a raglan shape, you decrease to go up and create your yoke essentially. So today that is what we're going to be doing. We are going to be working on this sleeve together with my rough notes, but mostly with the help of this sleeve, which is a good thing. I got it finished, and I did write better notes than what I did for the body. So yeah, I'm gonna turn the camera around and we're gonna start the second sleeve together, and we're gonna go over what stitches I'm using and what hook size I'm using. These are fingering weight yarns with the exception of the color, the last color that we're gonna finish with, which is a sport weight, a true sport weight. So yeah, let's go. So just to review, to work on this project, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 colors. Okay, I actually have 2 balls of this last color here. I have 2 balls of that. So I have a total of 5 balls of yarn. I haven't calculated the weight of my sweater yet, but we have more than enough yarn. So I'm going to remind you that to work this sweater, we are using extended single crochets, and we're using front post, back post for the rib. And once we start fading, we use a mixture of extended single crochets and single crochets. And that's how we're going to keep working all the way up until we finish. And it is time for our sleeve to be joined to the body. So some things to note here. I'm designing this sweater based on measurements, really. So measured flat, my cuff is 3.75 inches, okay? And that is gonna be almost 8 inches when it's in the round, which is exactly what I was going for. So let's start with the cuff. To make the cuff, we're gonna grab, let's call this color 1, because we're counting our colors from the bottom up, right? So I'm just gonna grab color 1, and I am going to start with foundation double crochet. Okay, So I'm going to start with a slip knot. By the way, review, I'm using a 4mm hook. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to go into that first chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1 to create the base of the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 to complete the double crochet. So now I'm going to yarn over, go into the base of that stitch I've just created, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, and yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so I'm going to be repeating those steps to have a total of 34 foundation stitches. So my chain, I'm counting it as 1, so this is 1, 2, 3 already. This is 4. And I will continue making this for 34 stitches because when I multiplied my gauge by the cuff size I wanted, I got a total of 34 stitches. And I do want my gauge to be just a bit tighter than the rest of the sleeve. So here you can see it's just a smidge tighter, and then it loosens up here because I go from 34 to 36 stitches, and then this one here marks my increase, okay? So just continue making your foundation double crochet, and I will meet you back here in a bit. Okay, once you have the number of foundation stitches, in my case it's 34, we are going to slip stitch to the top of the chain, beginning chain, to join. Yep, there we are. And now we're going to use our tail later to sew this gap shut. Okay, so now to begin, we're just going to do a double crochet right here. And then I'm going to start doing front post, and back post. And I'm going to be doing front post, back post stitches around for, let's see, this is 1, 2, this is 1, 2, 3. So for 3 rounds, and if we count our foundation round, that's a total of 4 rounds of double crochet that we have. So I will meet you back here when it is time to start the rest of our sleeve. So as you can see from this completed sleeve, after we've completed our cuff, we're moving on to the extended single crochet rows. Now, we're still working with the same yarn, the same number of stitches, the same hook size. The only thing we're changing is our stitch. So we're going from a front post, back post, double crochet, cuff, to extended single crochets. So we are going to chain 1, work an extended single crochet in that same stitch, and then just keep working extended single crochets in each double crochet stitch, whether it be a front post or a back post. And I will meet you back here for the second extended single crochet round. So from the second round to the 12th round of this color, we're going to be working in extended single crochets. And quite frankly, we're going to be working in extended single crochets all throughout the sleeve, so the stitch is not going to change. What will change when we start adding the second color is the number of stitches. But I've gotten ahead of myself, and that's a bit of a spoiler for later on. So just keep crocheting extended single crochets for a total of 12 rounds, and I will meet you back here when it is time to switch for the second color. And yeah, we're ready to do those increases that I talked about. Until then. Okay, so we are about to start introducing our second color to the sleeve, and in this case it's this tealy blue, which never shows up true to color. It looks more like aqua blue on the screen. But anyway, so we are ready to start adding that in single crochets, right? But I also want to point out that we are going to be doing some increases because I want to take my sleeve from the 4 inches, which is 8 inches all around, that would be its circumference, to 10 inches all the way around, right, until we increase, and it'll be at 10.25, measuring flat. Okay, so we're going to start those increases now because, for example, this is my arm, right, and if I'm laying the sleeve, this is really awkward, guys. If I'm laying the sleeve here, you can see that this part of the arm is skinnier, and then it increases all in one go for when you go up on the elbow. So that's what I'm trying to imitate here, okay? So let's go back to what we're crocheting now. And for the moment, we're not going to cut any yarn. We're just going to leave that hanging. Pick up this second color just by inserting the loop. Pull the first color tight, bring the tail to the back, okay? Now we're moving the first color off to the right side so that it's not in our way. And we are going to do single crochets in this second color. And we are doing single crochets to just, you know, introduce that color gently into the fold. And I just like to weave in my end as I go. You can just choose not to do that, of course. So yeah, this round is just entirely single crochets. Now we are going to switch back to our main color, but first we are going to, sorry, I hit the camera. First we're going to slip stitch with the working color, which is color 2, and then I'm going to pick up my first color and yarn over, pull through, pull my second color tight there, and then I'm going to be going back to extended single crochets for color 1. Now here in this round, which is round 13, I'm going to be doing increases, and I determined this increases based on my gauge and how much I needed to increase by measuring around my elbow area, which is 10.5 if you're curious. So I determined that I needed to go from 36 stitches to 44. Just showing you that here. So I determined I needed to go from my 36 stitches to 44 total. And I did that by increasing twice, 4 44. Now 36 is divisible by 4, right? And it gives you 9. So I'm doing 8 extended single crochets and then increasing on the 9th stitch. All right. So I've done 3 extended single crochets. This is going to be 4. And this is going to be 5. 6. 7. 8. And now I increase. Okay, and that is what I'm going to repeat throughout this row. 8 extended single crochets, sorry, round, not row. 8 extended single crochets and then an increase. Okay, I'll meet you back here at the end of this round. For this next round, we're also going to be doing increases, and this time we're going to be doing single crochet 9 and this time we're going to be doing extended single crochet 9 and then an increase, okay, because we have 40 stitches total and we're going to go from 44. We're not switching our color for this one. Okay. So the way the color changing is going to work, it's going to be doing this round of single crochet in color 2, which we've done, and then 2 rounds of extended single crochet in color 1, which is what we're doing now, and these are our 2 increase rounds as well. And then we are going to switch back to color 2 and do 2 rounds of single crochet, then a round of extended single crochet in color 1, then a round of extended single crochet in color 2, then a round of single crochets in color 1, and then we move on to color 2. Okay. Sorry, I hit the camera again. Okay, so as I said, this is going to be another increase round. So we're going to do 10 extended single crochets and then an increase. So that is 1, that is 2, that is 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 extended single crochets, and now we increase. And this will be the repeat for the entire round, 9 extended single crochets and an increase. So I will meet you back here at the end of the round where we will have 44, in my case, extended single crochets. Okay, I've completed my second extended single crochet round in color 1. So now I'm just going to bring up color 2 and yarn over. Pull color 1 tight, move that out of the way, and now we are going to do 2 rounds of single crochet in color 2. So that's 2 rounds of single crochet in color 2, and remember we should have a total of 44 stitches. Now I'll just go over again how I determined my number of stitches. So I calculated my gauge, right? And then I divided that gauge by 4 because you measure gauge over 4 inches. And so I took that, and that will determine how many stitches you have per inch. Now you're going to take those stitches per inch and you are going to multiply that by your desired measurement. So here my desired measurement was 10.5, or as close to 10.5 as I could get. So I multiplied my 1-inch gauge by 10.5, and sometimes you'll get 9.25 stitches. Well, you can't do a quarter of a stitch, right? So you can either do 9 stitches, or if you need to round to 10 stitches because your stitch is in an even stitch count, you can do that. Okay, so I'm just going to continue here in single crochets for 2 rounds with color 2, and I will meet you back here when it is time to change to color 1 again. And it is time to pick color 1 up again. Let's drop our color 2, pick back our color 1. And now we're going to do 1 extended single crochet round in color 1. So no increases, nothing, just going round and around we go in extended single crochet. I apologize, let's never sing an instruction again, okay? I can't help it when I think we're going in the round, but to think of that song, so let's never do that again, yeah? Agreed. Awesome. So, yep, just extended single crochets, and I'll meet you back here when it is time to pick up color 2 again. Now it's time to switch again to my color 2, and we're gonna do another round of extended single crochets, but this time in color 2. Also, keeping in mind that in this round I'm going to increase to 46 stitches, right? So that just means I'm going to be doing an increase into the second stitch and then the last stitch as well, okay? So starting with my first extended single crochet in color 2, and then like I said, I want to increase to 46 stitches from 44, so that is 1 and that is 2. That'll take me to 45 stitches. Now I'm just going to keep doing extended single crochet stitches in color 2 until I reach the last stitch, and I will be increasing in the last stitch. So I will meet you here for that increase. I've done my second increase, which brings me to 46 stitches. Now I am going to slip stitch to join with the color 2, which is the color we're switching. And now I'm gonna get ready to do my final round in color 1, which is the single crochet round. So like before, I'm just setting that one aside, and I am inserting my hook back into and working single crochets all the way around. Okay, and after this we can cut color 1 off, right? Because now we're just going to be working exclusively in color 2 for 12 rounds, okay? So I'm going to keep doing my single crochets, and I will meet you back here when it is time to switch our colors to colors 2 again, okay? Okay, so now we have worked color 1 for the last time, and we are going to pick up color 2, and we're going to work 12 rounds of extended single crochet with color 2. So we can cut this off if we have a scissor somewhere. Aha. So I'm just gonna cut off and work my tail in, just leaving it at the back of the work like that, and just doing extended single crochets in each stitch all the way around for 12 rounds, okay? And after that 12th round is when we are going to start inserting our third color. And that is when I will meet you, when it is time to insert the third color for our sleeve, which for me might be an hour or a couple of hours, and for you would be instant. So let's switch. Tea's gone cold. Hi. So it is day 3 of being back to working on this cardigan, at least in front of the camera, and I am almost ready to, well, I am ready actually to start fading the third color of the sleeve in. So yeah, this is where I am here. So the third color, I'm about ready to start fading it in, and it is this one. I have no idea what it is. This was part of a green pack that I bought from an indie dyer that was closing down her business, and she just decided to make packs of her one-of-a-kind skeins, and you picked green, neutrals, pinks, la-di-da. So that was there. And yeah, not sure what else there is to share about this. This is why process videos of crochet, I find them a bit hard. Maybe I'm just not used to them, because really what you're going to be seeing is just me crocheting, and you know, the steps are pretty much the same. We're just going to start fading, doing this single crochet in the color 3, and then extended single crochet in color 2, extended single crochet in color 3. You know, we're just going to be fading the same way we faded colors 1 and 2. And then once we've done that, we're going to fade color 4 in, and then we're going to be ready to connect to the top. So the part that I am going to make more tutorial-like is the reverse raglan, because I know that can be very confusing for some people. I think it's the thing I've had most comments in when people make the Las Nubes top, which is a reverse raglan top, the first design I ever made actually, and the first raglan design I made as well. And I actually haven't worked with that technique. This is only the second time I'm working using reverse raglan, and I'm excited, honestly. I kind of like working bottom up for some reason. I feel, to me, working bottom up feels more productive than when I'm working top down. I don't know if that's how you feel, but do let me know. And I'm just going to share with you the, so of course none of this has been blocked. Important to note, but I am liking it. It looks like a faded ocean. I really like it. So yeah, I'm just gonna get to working on the sleeve, start fading the third color in, and then I'm gonna keep working on a commission, and then I have to work on some pattern editings, tech edits that I've received, have to work on those. So it's not like I'm crocheting on this 100% of the time, but whatever time I am crocheting, I try to devote at least a solid 30 minutes to this. So I'm very bad at keeping time, honestly, because I get hyper focused and then I don't want to stop working on the project. So I don't typically know how long I've worked on a project. I should really get better of taking, 30-minute increments and adding them up and things like that. But for now, I can tell you that it's been a year in hibernation. I've picked it back up. I finished one sleeve off camera, and then I decided to do this other sleeve on camera just so you guys would see more of the process. But yeah, let's just get back to fading that third color in and crochet. Please enjoy these crochet visuals of me working on the crochet faded sweater sleeve. Thus concludes part 2 of our sweater, how I'm changing the color and working a sleeve bottom up for this fade sweater. Please tune in next week where we will present the reverse raglan technique and of course do the final sweater reveal. Bye!